Okay, food banks provide a variety to my diet that I would not have normally have gotten. Okay, in the past, in my 20s, when I bought my own food after the military, because I did get some pretty good variety in the military, I would buy on an addiction level of just like peanut butter and oats. I would eat a lot. I would try to make a variety, but um, like I would avoid a lot of things because of the cost, the high cost of, I don't know, like avocados or something. I wanted to keep my costs down and maximize my purchases by getting the kind of cheaper stuff that's easy to make. When I get hungry, I could quickly eat it, and I overate a lot of that type of food, and I just wasn't getting the variety that I needed because I was constantly eating a lot of the same stuff over and over. So going poor and having to break down my mental blockages and stigmas against food banks gravitated me towards buying more from, or getting more from food banks. I didn't have to think about buying the food. I would just think about could I use it or not instead, and that's a big advantage for people who don't have good skills in making a variety in their meals. People who eat the same thing all the time. Food banks really help open up your minds when there's some interesting combinations there, and I'm very thankful for that. All right, um, it's it can be a bit of a challenge with them little bit sometimes, because I mean the variety changes all the time. The marketplaces tend to have pretty consistent foods. You know where to find that food on the shelf, but at a food bank, it's different all the time. They do try to keep things in a consistent location, like for grouping up particular similar types of foods, but you'll see different stuff a lot. Unlike the grocery stores, um, the food banks might mimic nature a little bit better because you're going to see more variety out in nature. Um, the grocery stores might encourage more of an addiction personality, just expecting things to be in the same spot over and over and over. Um, but yeah, food banks of course have the expired food, and that may be a bit of a challenge. Um, it it I have to ask: is it more helpful to have variety in your diet, or avoid eating expired foods? You're trying to weigh the balance there a little bit. It's with expired food, how bad can the food be? All right, and a lot of stuff that I've eaten has only been like expired a few days or so. So I haven't really noticed any major sicknesses. One time when I did eat like a beef I cooked when I was living in a house for a while, I cooked this beef, and I think it was like some kind of wild game. It didn't feel right. It felt very soft, and I ate it and I got sick off of that. And then there was also this flour. These both happened in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Well, then there was another time when I had some cheese. Cheese affects me adversely. The really high fat cheese, it affects my heart. It really puts a lot of stress on my heart. Must be the digestion, or my gallbladder is struggling, and that hurts my heart. Yeah, food banks have quite a long way to go. I think they should eliminate the high sugar foods. I mean, they're taking whatever they can get for free and calling it an emergency food, but eating a high sugar food, it's not really an emergency, because every time I eat sugar, it hurts my stomach, and then I feel like I might have to eat more just to help quell it. And I don't think that's good for emergency type foods.